Hey guys, and welcome back to the Rundown. Today we're going to react to Oprah's reaction of the internet holding her accountable for the unfair treatment of an elite black actress such as Taraji Henson. Let's take a look at a recent interview she did with Gayle King.
And Taraji, what do you want to share with the class? I'm addressing that to Oprah.
Oh,
because people
I saw your face.
No, because people think
I know that it's not a deal.
It's not a
but
deal.
people think you're mad, she's mad. I know that that's not
first
true.
of all, the thing that is so upsetting to me is that somebody went on and something went viral where they're analyzing us on top of the Empire State. We were cold.
Oprah said you were cold.
We were cold. It was cold.
Yeah, there's a whole TikTok
thing we had done that day.
Yes.
That was the fourth thing we had done that day. First of all, I just want to say that from the beginning, when I got the first phone call that they were being asked to rent cars because they were in the middle of rehearsal.
Well, I asked for my own car because I like to drive myself. I'm a Southern woman.
So
I
heard that Taraji was upset because she'd been asked to do a rental car. I personally called Toby Emmerich, who was at the time the head of Warner Brothers, and he said, well, that means we have to do cars for everybody. Then I said, then we do cars for everybody. Yeah. And if it's necessary, I will pay for the cars myself. He goes, well, we don't want you to do that. Yes. So, from that was one thing, trailers were another thing, food was another thing,
and everything got handled.
I don't even know. You know what? It's so disturbing to me. Why is my name even in this conversation?
Because you're Oprah Winfrey.
Now, Oprah goes into this interview outraged and baffled on why the general public is holding her accountable. Why is her name being associated with Taraji's unhappiness on set or throughout the movie production? Well, I'll tell you why the people are holding you responsible and accountable, as they should. You are an African American icon, a media mogul, one of the first black female billionaires. You damn right we're going to hold you accountable and to a certain standard, which is what comes along with the brand of Oprah. We're used to you giving things away, being generous. We're used to you advocating for women. So when something like this and the details of the movie set and how these women are being treated, although all of them don't have the balls to come forward and speak on what's going on because they're up-and-coming actresses that don't want to be blackballed for giving their true opinion, Taraji, she's more seasoned, and she's at her breaking point where she says she doesn't know if she wants to continue to act because it's just not worth it. She's just not being treated fairly. She's not being compensated according to her counterparts, which may be Caucasian, which may be men in Hollywood and other sorts. She's fed up. And the general public, Oprah is looking to you that as someone that has been trusted amongst the years. We've sold into your career. We've sold into your empire. We've sold into your brand. So when it comes down to treating people fairly, this is just not something that we ever thought we would have had to question coming from you. Yes, you are not pulling all of the strings. And yes, it is the movie studios that have the main purse strings. But just as someone being accountable and somebody protecting their own brand, because you're the face that's out front of this project that has brought these young black actresses on board, trusting and just excited to work with Oprah Winfrey, that is where the problem comes in. You are being used by the studios, and the black young actresses are being used by you. So at what point do we not hold you accountable? Now, is Oprah responsible for Taraji's woes and financial dislikes from Hollywood? Absolutely not. But what this conversation does do is it shines a light on Oprah's character, and it's got a lot of people looking at her quite differently. people still haven't forgot about the controversy with Oprah and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, a billionaire and a potential billionaire on the internet trying to collect donations from the general public for the disasters that went on over in Hawaii. When you all are billionaires and you're trying to collect donations from people that are barely just getting by, a lot of people gave that the side eye. So when it comes down to Oprah's character, people are starting to pay a lot more attention to how she moves. At this point, we're hoping that this is a lesson for all parties involved to grow and to learn from this situation, from Taraji sounding off, telling her truth, giving an insight to up-and-coming actresses that are interested in entering the entertainment industry, how they need to prepare themselves, how they need to educate themselves, how they need to negotiate their contracts and pay attention to the fine details. It's also a sound off to Oprah and her brand. If you're going to lend your name and your brand to a project, you have to pay attention to the fine details, because we're in a day and age where the general public is going to hold you accountable. The celebrities and people on platforms are just now being brave enough to come out and speak on the truth of what's really going on behind the scenes. But if you find yourself in the midst of controversy, you've got to read the fine details. So whether you knew or you did not know, this is a learning lesson in moving forward, that if you want us to continue to have confidence, respect, and so into your brand, the Oprah Winfrey brand, you got to do better and do right by us. Sound off in the comments. Let me know what your thoughts are. Are you up and coming in the entertainment field or the music business? How does this sit with you? How do you feel about all of the women here involved and how they responded to the situation? Like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, this is The Rundown.